long ago. I lost the woman I love the most. The pound signs blinded my eyes. Girl, do you remember me?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday, and it's been an interesting start to the live stream because on the screen that I usually look on when I can see the stream, I usually have a feed of it, and it seems like YouTube has now changed where they don't show you the stream as it's going on, they just show you a picture, or at least the thumbnail of the live stream. But I have just about managed to figure out how to at least get it to show me a bit of the live stream, so it means that I think I'm pretty delayed by about 20 seconds or something. So if I do go offline, then I won't know it for at least 20 seconds. I'm going to be relying on you guys in the live chat room to message and say that, first of all, everything's okay. You can hear me, you can see me. But if everything goes offline, I'm not going to be able to tell because of this new function of YouTube. And that's the first time that has ever happened. So it's a bit of a pain, but we'll just keep on working through it as we normally do. I always start the live streams thinking that I've forgotten something, and I actually realised what it was just before we went live or the live stream started. I hadn't updated the list of patrons because there was another name to add on to that. So that has now been done, and that was Rebecca's name that I was adding. And you might notice that in the background, this is what I've been doing today, is putting some LED lighting just on the skirting boards, kind of down there. You might be able to see them. I've gone for what I'm calling Wings of Pegasus Purple for the live streams because, and I'll probably keep it the same for the videos as well, because when I get the live chat room up on screen, you can see this purple kind of colour that we have. So I've gone for that kind of vibe. So it gives a hue, I guess, is the word for it, to the wall, which yeah, is subtle, but I quite like it. You can have other colours, but yeah, the other colours don't really do anything for me. And saying that, this is the controller that you get with it. You get about 1 million different options, which is good, but I think the other colours don't really work as well. So when I press like the red one, it kind of disappears, but going back to that one, I think that was the right one. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it on what it was on. There's lots of different options. You can have flashing lights, they can, you know, fade out and fade in and all those kinds of things, but we're just gonna keep it on Wings of Pegasus Purple. By the way, is why I'm calling it, or the reason I'm calling it that is because of the logo. So if I hold up, it's kind of got a purple logo. The mug's probably not the best thing to show on, but you would have seen it on the intro to this video, that purple kind of color. So that's what I'm going for with the lighting. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing today, and it's another hot one here in the UK. I think it's still over 20 degrees, which is very warm for the evening, so it means everyone's going to be struggling to sleep. And like I've said in previous live streams, it's not so much about, you know, just opening the windows. It's trying to get the warm air out of the house, and that's the difficult part. And the houses here in the UK with all the insulation going on nowadays. So yes, I have my fan going, and whenever I say that, I just imagine that there's somebody in the corner, like my mum or something, a fan in the corner. But no, just blowing air. And I've put it slightly further away from the microphone, so hopefully you guys can't hear it too much. And the other day I actually had it unknowingly blowing into the microphone. So I thought, oh, what's causing that feedback? Because I could see the levels, and no, it's the air hitting the microphone. So fortunately I sussed it out within a few seconds. But that's the kind of thing that when you're setting up your studio and everything, that you can troubleshoot for about 5 hours trying to figure out where's this feedback coming from. You can check all of your amps, all of your microphones, all of your XLR leads, the distances between the mics and the amplifiers, and then you realize, oh no, there's just a little bit of wind hitting the microphone, and that's why it is showing on that screen. Anyway, let me have a look into that live chat room. We've got Alison, Jennifer, John, Brian, Bob, Bonnie, CB, Celeste, Billy, Robert, Barbara, Sam, going through there. Hello guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Let me get everything up on screen in the Wings of Pegasus purple. And first of all, we're going to get my patrons' names up on screen if they do actually appear. And third time lucky, it should start with sponsored by the Wings of Pegasus patrons, something like that. Or maybe, oh, this might be because I was entering the names and maybe it's, there we go, that is it. I was going to say maybe it's thrown it off because I've just added a name to it just before we went live, but it seems like the names are going to go through, and hopefully Rebecca's name will be put on at the end there. So massive shout out to my patrons, they make this possible and just everything that I do possible. So a massive shout out to these guys. They've made buying the LED lighting possible, but also all of your support during the live streams have made it possible for me to order a new computer, which is going to be arriving really soon, or at least I hope it is, between now and the 12th. So we have, what's that, another 10 days maybe, and once that is here, I know that it's going to make everything so much easier with my videos and the amount of time it takes to render. And then last night I was having problems with the software, and this software actually, when I'm making the analysis videos, just recording, it was dropping loads of frames, which meant that the footage was really jumpy. It was only recording half of the frames, so it means it was like 15 frames per second, I think. So yeah, it was just really annoying because it meant I had to stop the software. I just closed it down, started it up again, then it started to work, then halfway through it started to drop frames again. But I think the live streams, thankfully, are going to be quite smooth because I'm not recording this to the software at the same time as doing the live streams, so it should be okay. But when I get the new computer, the sky's the limit. I'll be able to do anything that I want to. So I'll be able to record and live stream at the same time, and the analysis videos will be really smooth as well. And I know that the hard drive on the new computer is going to be double the size of this one, so it means that I can effectively, if I wanted to, record the analysis videos to the hard drive. And that is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a drive. I do know the name of it, I just can't think of it at the moment. But it's a hard drive that's a lot quicker, writing wise, to the I can't remember. And I should know what this is because I'm into my gaming and I know about hard drives, and having hard drives that are my brain keeps on saying solid state. But I'm not sure that that's right, or maybe it is, and I'm just questioning what my brain is throwing out there. But anyway, it's going to be a faster hard drive, double the space, so it means that my videos could potentially be a lot easier to record, and especially the editing will be a lot quicker as well with the rendering. So yeah, it's really something that I'm looking forward to getting. So between now and a couple of weeks time should definitely get delivered. Anyway, let me get everything else up on screen because I know that the lights goal for tonight is going to be 325. That's what we are aiming for. So if you guys can leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be massively appreciated. Let's have a look at the likeometer to see that we are at 171 likes so far. So thank you guys, everyone who's hit that thumbs up. It's much appreciated. We still have a little bit of a way to go until we hit 325, but let me also draw your attention to the vote that we've got going on in that live chat room. It's for tonight's cover video, which is either going to be a design for life or Just Got Lucky by Dokken. So keep on voting for that, and I can see that it's about 50-50 at the moment, so every vote counts for that. Whatever you want to see my version of later on in the live stream, then yeah, just get your vote in. And a design for life has been one of those that has been going for a while in the last few live streams, maybe more than that, and it's never quite made it, so maybe tonight. And a big shout out as well to the moderators who you can see going through at the moment. Neil is about to go through there, and Carla's about to go through as well, so big shout out to them. And Carla says SSDs, I think you're correct on that hard drive, so thank you for that confirmation. I think probably because I maybe say SSD and I don't realize that I know what it stands for. So yeah, solid state drive. Obviously that is what sometimes my brain just throws out information that I don't even know that is in there, and for some reason it might have stored that, which is great, even though I don't even know that I know it, therefore I question it. So thank you for that clarification, and big shout out to the moderators for doing such a fantastic job and just dedicating their time to these live streams on a Tuesday night and a Saturday night, and that's 12 midnight British summer time as we are in now. So type that in to Google, you'll be able to find exactly when it'll be live according to your time zone, because that is going to be something that you obviously need to know in order to be in the live chat room when the live stream is happening. Let me get the donations tab up on screen as well. As I always say, you don't have to donate, but just in case you can't resist, then the percentage splits are on screen. There's too many words to say with the whole percentages. You guys know that my math, as you guys say over in the USA, is not particularly good. So talking about numbers and percentages is not something that my brain does particularly effectively. But between 35 and 45% of the donations through YouTube go to YouTube, and between 3 and 5% made through PayPal go to PayPal. So those are the splits, and if you want to have a link to the PayPal donations, they're in the description below, and the super chat donations, those just happen in the live chat room just at the bottom. If you want to do it that way, it's totally up to you, but just so you know where your money goes, I think it is very important. So right, we are going to try and stay as organized as possible. First of all, let me just address the donations that came through before we went live, and I'm just having a look on the screen. It was Paul that donated $5. Thank you for that, Paul. And the message is from a usual suspect. Spike the likes. Orlando's backup guy. Usual suspect has been added to the Guffest lineup. Rock. So thank you for that, Paul. Okay, right. So I can't remember. I know that we've got Stardust Unicorn, Wings of Pegasus, obviously. We've got, there's somebody else added last time that I can't remember, but Usual Suspect. Maybe that's going to have to be a kind of folk act, because it's just one person by the sound of it, rather than the Usual Suspects. So thank you for that, Paul. And Ginny has donated $5 as well. Thank you for that, Ginny. And the message is, Phil, Jennifer and I are still hoping sometime for a Guffest or a Phil Toon t-shirt. Take care. So thank you for that. And yeah, this is something that I'm going to have to bring up with the Guffest organisation committee. When that's actually, when that happens, if that ever happens. But yeah, we'll have to have a stall at Guffest that has all of the merchandise for, Guffest available, maybe selling Phil Toon t-shirts as well. But thank you for that, Jennifer, or Ginny. And just jumping into the donations that have come through since we went live. Arlene made a donation. I'm sure I saw Orlando's name in there somewhere. I don't know where that was. Let me just refresh my screen to see if Orlando donated in that gap between between when we go live and when the donations disappear. So let me have a look here, and I believe it was. So yeah, Orlando managed to get in that. I don't know, it's like maybe a second or 2 seconds, but he was in that spot between the live stream starting and then everything disappearing. So Orlando did donate $2. Thank you for that, Orlando. And the message was, I forgot to post earlier, spike the likes with a thumbs up. And of course, people will know that Orlando is Paul's backup. Right, let's have a plug of the mug. I've actually already shown the mug tonight to try and show the colour of the logo, but there it is. And if you want to get your hands on a mug such as that, but also we have the tumblers, the t-shirts, the hoodies, all that kind of stuff, then there's a link in the description below that'll take you through to the spring.com store. But you can also click on the tray underneath this video. If you have a tray with all of the merchandise there, click on that. It will take you through to where you need to go. So thank you for that, Orlando. And then the next one to pop up on the screen was Arlene, who donated $9.99. Thank you for that. And I'm just trying to see, it's a hippo saying KO maybe? I don't know. I'm not really getting what it is. Maybe knockout, or maybe he's doing a punch, and that's why it says knockout, so, or KO. So thank you for that, Arlene. Jennifer donated $7 again, so thank you for that. And the message is, in honor of the firefighters in Oregon, huge fire, the purple looks neat. Stay cool. So thank you for that, Jennifer. I said people because I thought it was just about to refer to Oregon, but yeah, the purple on the screen with the LED lights. So thank you for that, Jennifer. And Vince donated $5 again. I say again because Vince, not only being a serial donator, but I know that Vince is going to be in the picture later on, or in the picture. Or was there 2 pictures? I think there are a couple of pictures actually, but he's going to be here later on. We had the first edition of the picture last week, which was Vince and Kevin, but we're going to have the second edition tonight. So anyway, that's what I said again, but Vince has donated $5. Thank you for that, Vince, again. The message is, Phil, tomorrow is Marta Balden's birthday. Actually, where you are, it's already Marta's birthday. So thank you for that, Vince. And yeah, this is something, I mean, happy birthday to Marta, and everybody, if you can say massive happy birthday to Marta in that live chat room, that would be much appreciated. I'm sure you wish her the best for today, as it is here in the UK, but yesterday technically here, but I'm not even sure what the date is today. So is it the 3rd here in the UK, but technically the 2nd on the live stream? And let me see if I can find it on the screen anywhere. Yes, it is the 3rd here in the UK because we've gone past midnight, but it is the 2nd. So a big happy birthday to Marta. And Marta's name I did say on the previous live stream, maybe a couple of live streams ago. I wasn't sure whether it's Marsha or Marta, but then Marta has let me know that it is Marta. So thank you for that, Vince, and have a fantastic birthday, Marta. I'm saying it lots now because at least I think I'm saying it correctly. Stardust Unicorn mentioning about the support band to Wings of Pegasus. They have donated $5. Thank you for that. It is a straight up donation as well. And Orlando donated $5 again. Thank you for that, Orlando. And the message is, happy birthday to Marta and one Sean Bond. So thank you for that, Orlando. And I can see that there are a few birthday wishes going through. And I can see that Barbara's about to go through saying, I celebrate my birthday every day. But happy birthday to Martin. So a big happy birthday to Martin. I've missed that one. It seems like I was going to say everybody's birthday is today. Obviously that's impossible, but we have a lot of birthdays on the 2nd of August, and I can't believe that we're already into August, because it kind of feels like that maybe the beginning of the year was 8 or 9 weeks ago. So yeah, somehow it's August. It's going to be Christmas again. Somehow it's going to be 2023. But I'm just blaming the fact that, I mean, for me, every day is just pretty much the same. So I just go through the same process every day. We live stream on a Tuesday and a Saturday relentlessly. And the years just seem to fly by. So, I mean, I know that if I look across my channel that I've definitely been making videos and we've definitely been live streaming, but it just seems like we've only just gone into 2022. But it's going to be another year pretty soon, I'm sure. I suppose the only good thing about that is I think that once we get into 2023, I know that, you know, theoretically my arm should be better. So I've kind of already prepared myself for that it's going to be at least until next year that I can get back to exercising. I think my main goal was just to get back to playing the guitar, which I have got back to. So I'm kind of more relaxed about it now. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, 2023 won't be very far away, which should be good because then my arm will be, hopefully, fingers crossed, fully recovered. Anyway, thank you, Orlando, for that donation. And I just want to mention about the PayPal donations. Thank you guys for those. I do address all of them. You know, as you guys know who tune into these live streams, but I think some people don't realize that I do address all of them, and they might donate through PayPal and they might not watch the live streams, so they might miss their shout out. But I can see Paul's going through with a donation of $2. Thank you for that, Paul. The message was 267 subscribers. Awesome. Spike the likes. So thank you for that, Paul. And I think technically, ooh, how many do you need to times that by? 267 times by 100. Is that 267,000? It might be. I'm not sure whether that's correct. Whether I've actually... No, it should be times by 1,000. Did I just say times by 100? I don't know. Anyway, there's too many zeros, but I'm going to say 267 times 1,000 is 267,000. So yeah, I should have said that to begin with. Anyway... Oh, it's not been a good start for my maths or math tonight. But thank you for that, Paul, and just giving me a little bit of a test, mental arithmetic early on in the live stream. I say early on, it's 26 minutes past midnight already. The time always flies during these live streams, but we will jump into that PayPal window because, firstly, Laura... thank you for your donation, and I am going to get through the donations that came through. That was at 5 minutes past 2 on Monday morning, so thank you for that. It's very much appreciated. And oh, this is going to be a long one. It's from James, who has donated £78.39, so thank you for that, James. And I think this might be one for James if he does tune into the live stream. Because the message is just discovered your website. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you for that. Grew up in the 60s, a bit prejudiced. But what do you think of the rock /folk /Motown music that was being released daily? Oh, I've scrolled down too far. In the 60s. Also, you're the first YouTuber that I found that mentioned Eva Cassidy's Blues Alley video release occurred against her wishes since she had a cold. Visited Blues Alley many times. And let me try and scroll down because it's a long message. I'm kind of losing the thread of where it's going. If anyone has bothered to hear her studio release DVD's voice, chord dropouts did not occur. Your research is truly amazing. Please comment. Love your comments on Paul Simon's arrangement /development /pirating of Scarborough Fair. Have played his arrangement since the 60s. If possible, please email me your response, comments, or send a link. Thanks, Jim. Talking without speaking. So thank you for that, Jim. And what I'll do is I'll just link you to tonight's live stream. And I have to look at the time as to when I'm answering this. It looks like about 27 minutes into the live stream, maybe something like that. But yeah, I'll let you know. So let me just quickly answer these questions. I think that, yeah, back in the 60s, I mean, pretty much the music was just being, you know, relentlessly produced, but it was of a much higher standard, I would say, because of something that we did address in the last live streams, which was the nature of recording, how, you know, all you did was hear the music, so you weren't really watching videos. You weren't actually watching videos at all. You were listening to the radio. So it meant that you just had to be as good as, if not better, technically, than everything that was on the radio. So it meant that the standard for songwriting, technical ability, not only instrumentally but vocally, was just so much higher. Because, I mean, nowadays you can get a song that is something that's more to do, or should I say it's attributed to a video, like a popular video that goes viral, and then you'll say, well, the song isn't, you know, potentially, well, it isn't a potential hit, or it turns into being a hit because the video's, you know, so successful, and it might be because of a particular dance routine, or you know, more relevant nowadays is something that's a little bit more risque and showing a lot of skin. It means that video, especially with guys, it tends to take off quite a lot, and a lot of guys watch it. So therefore, that video gets seen a lot, and it's almost like a byproduct that the music then gets a lot of revenue from that, and, you know, gets requested a lot where the video is being shown because people want to see the video and aren't that bothered about listening to the music. So yeah, back in the 60s, you didn't have that. So it was a much more of a level playing field that you just had to be really good. And just scrolling down, yeah, Eva Cassidy, that was unfortunately just the case that, yeah, she was ill. And I think a lot of people just see those performances as just really good anyway. But for her, that was actually, you know, a bad vocal, you know, I should say a bad vocal day, or a bad gig vocally for her because she was ill. So it just really puts it into perspective how great a singer she was, that, you know, she can be, you know, really struggling but still be at that kind of level. And just scrolling down, yeah, Paul Simon's arrangement, development, pirating of Scarborough Fair. I know that a lot of people have said that, you know, oh, he added in an extra verse and, you know, lyrical content to Scarborough Fair, therefore it isn't a pirating of it. And go and check out that video that I've done on Scarborough Fair if you guys want to get more in depth, because I'm not going to explain it all on the live stream. But, you know, Scarborough Fair was just a traditional, you know, folk song that everybody knew, and everybody knew the chords, and the chord progression was that, and the lyrical content was what it was. And my argument is, I know that people, yeah, to the people that say, oh, but he added another verse to it, that means that in order for it to be a total reworking of a song, in my opinion, if you were to play something, people wouldn't know what the song was until the end, and they go, oh, this is Scarborough Fair, but he's totally changed it. But that's not really the case. The whole song, as soon as you start with the chords, people know it's Scarborough Fair because it's a traditional folk song. Everybody used to play this song, but it was just in the public domain, so that everybody just accepted that everyone gets to play it. So then to copyright it yourself and just have the exact same chord sequence, have the exact same lyrical content until the end where you just add something on, I think in order for you to claim it as an original work, people have to not be able to know what it is. But that definitely isn't the case with Scarborough Fair, just because, I mean, Scarborough Fair's mentioned immediately, you know, in the lyrical content. So yeah, just keeping it exactly the same. It would be the same as, let me think of a song. I think taking Don't Stop Believin', for example, by Journey. It's like me, you know, starting singing that. You know, and just going, you know, just an uptown girl. Uptown girl. I actually changed that. So that would be a change. A small town girl, which is the original lyrical content. But say, for example, I said, what did I just say? Uptown girl, living in a lonely world. You know, and I just kept on singing the exact same lyrical content, but I've changed a word. Actually, that's not the same. Say that I just sing this song exactly as it is for, you know, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then at the end I wrote a new verse, and then I said to Journey, I'm claiming that as a whole song that I've just made up. So I think they would have a problem with that. They say, well, no, that's our song. We did all the chords for that. We did all of the lyrics before that. All you've done is add a verse on at the end. And I say, yeah, but this is how it works. That's what Paul Simon did with Scarborough Fair. So I'm adding it on, and rather than going na 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 na, you know, I'm going to go just a small town girl living in a lonely world, and I'm going to change the melody. Therefore, it's mine the whole song. Anyway, hopefully you guys understand what I mean with, to me, you've got to totally change and have something that's totally original for you to be able to then claim copyright on that. So I think that's why a lot of musicians did have a problem with it, and I can certainly see why they did. Anyway, thank you for that. I got a bit sidetracked there, but thank you, James, for that. Anyway, I can see that Bonnie has said, don't stop believing, Uptown Girl, Wings of Pegasus. So yeah, I was changing it from Uptown Girl to Small Town Girl. I can't remember even what order I've just changed it to, but Small Town Girl is I think a totally different song, and I can't even remember what that song is, but my brain was trying to kind of change things to make the copyright valid, but I made it a little bit too valid, even when comparing it to Scarborough Fair. Anyway, thank you for that, James, and I'll let you know that this live stream has the answer to your questions in it. So let me just scroll up. And Nicole donated £10.44. So thank you for that, Nicole. And the message was, hello, Phil. Withstand the heat. Let's all fly on the wings of Pegasus. Take care of yourself. Warmly from France. So thank you for that. And I know that in France it is really hot there as well. I think actually a bit hotter than it is in the UK. So yeah, crazy temperatures all across Europe. I mean, especially here a few weeks ago, but I mean, I saw earlier on the news just like a heat map of Europe, and it's just like orange and yellow, you know, over Portugal, Spain, France, the UK as well, around London, just ridiculously hot. Yeah, very much hotter than it should be at the moment at this time of year. But just scrolling up, because there was another donation that came through from Chuck as well, and I can see that Lisa W has said Uptown Girl, Billy Joel. So thank you for that. And yeah, I suppose that's certainly in my mind one of those that is going to definitely get overlapped. So thank you, Lisa W, for explaining my own brain. And I've actually already had that, twice in a live stream, that my brain is just throwing in things that I don't even know. It's just doing it subconsciously. So anyway, that's just the way that my brain works. Unfortunately, sometimes it's good to have, different songs and, different artists in your mind, but not when you're, trying to change lyrics to try and explain something. But thank you for that, Lisa W. And Chuck, donated £2. So thank you for that, Chuck. And that was a straight up donation without a message. Johanna has donated £30 as well. So thank you for that, Johanna. And that is a straight up donation. Let me see when that came in. Just after 3 p.m. this afternoon. So thank you for that. And Tammy donated £10 as well, and that was at 8:30 earlier this evening. Thank you for that, Tammy. The message was, let me just scroll down. Let me get this up on screen so you guys can see it as well. I'm assuming that I don't have any other emails that come through PayPal, or it is the beginning of the month, so maybe I will have subscription things such as this software going through my PayPal. But Tammy has donated £10, so thank you for that. And the message was, hi Phil, how many guitars do you own and what's the difference between them? Rock! So thank you for that. And I think I've answered this before on a live stream, but it was when I was in the studio, so it meant that I could look around and literally count my guitars. So I'm going to go for a quick count, not including like bass guitar. My first, right, one, I'm going to try and go through my life to see how many I've got. Right, electric guitars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. I'm kind of losing track of where I am now. So acoustic guitars, maybe 2. So that's 8, 9. So I think I'm up to about 9, something like that. So that's what I'm going to say for my guitars, but I would have to, it's easier if I just get them kind of, laid out so I can count them, because I might have forgotten one or two. So anyway, thank you for that, Tammy. Oh, the difference between them. Yeah, there's a lot of differences between them, going from obviously too many to try and explain on a live stream. But my first guitar was just a Tanglewood Nevada that had a fixed bridge, rosewood neck. So yeah, that was just really, I just had the stock pickups on it, so it was nothing fancy. It's quite a cheap guitar because it's my first guitar, but nevertheless, to me it was like just amazing because I got that for Christmas. So then I got my Fender Strat, I think when I was like 18, maybe 19 years of age. And again, that had the stock pickups, apart from I then changed the pickup in the bridge position to a Seymour Duncan pickup. So that was to give it a little bit more attitude, more gain. It's basically imitating a humbucker on my Fender, because I wanted it for the heavier genre of music that I play, kind of hard rock for lead guitar solos. So that's how I customized that. And then I got an Ibanez Geo, which is my black guitar, and that does have humbuckers on it. So I think it has 2 humbuckers and single coil in the middle pickup position from memory, and I don't think I've got that anywhere kind of to hand. That might actually still be in the studio. So I mean, that's going to give you a more aggressive sound, but that's got a Floyd Rose bridge, which means that I can do dive bombs and stuff like that, which is cool. What do I get after that? We've got the Gem that was sent to me by Mario, so huge thank you to him. We haven't seen Mario in a while in the live streams, but yes, that's you'll see has got humbuckers on as well, and is the Steve Vai signature model, so it means that we've got just tone-tastic possibilities with just getting a little bit heavier, getting really sensitive, getting sustain, all of the things you want in order to play faster. It's got a low action on there as well. And we've got the Maton, which is the acoustic guitar that Mario sent me as well. So yeah, the Maton, really nice sound, and yeah, just really nice guitars. So obviously acoustic guitar are going to be totally different to electric guitar because you can play them acoustically, but if they are semi-acoustic, means you can plug them in as well as the Maton is. So it means that you can obviously play across an amplifier, go to open mic nights if you want to, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, thank you for that, Tammy. There are a lot more kind of details to it, but just in a rough sense, those are the differences. So thank you, Lisa W, as well, who has donated £5 in the PayPal window. The message is, if you're going to have song lyrics tattooed on your body, what lyrics would they be, and where on your body would they go? I would get whisper words of wisdom on the inside of my left arm. So thank you for that, Lisa. Wow, this is gonna, if I was gonna have something tattooed, I'd have to spend a long time thinking about what I would have tattooed, because yeah, you don't get to then decide and think, oh, actually there's another song that I wanted and I'd rather get that instead. Because yeah, I don't imagine I'd get lots and lots of tattoos, but I know that people that start out just getting one tattoo, then start kind of getting more, and then they get more and more, and it becomes something that they kind of get addicted to. But yeah, I don't know. I'd really have to think about that. So it's not something that I can answer just off the top of my head, because yeah, it'd be much too serious to get a tattoo of lyrics onto my arm. So maybe just to give an answer, having a song title, I would say maybe Art Not Commerce for one of my own songs, so that I don't do a disservice to anybody else's song. But Art Not Commerce is something that I do believe in, just following the art of whatever you're doing rather than trying to make money from it. And that was the first song of this live stream, was Greed, which was requested over on Patreon. And let me just have a quick jump over to Patreon to see who requested that, because I'm not sure whether it was Lisa herself. And oh no, it wasn't Lisa. Oh, it was Lisa. So Lisa W actually requested Creed. So this ties in quite nicely. I did not, I didn't do that on purpose, that I said art not commerce, because that's what I believe in. And Lisa said about the ticket prices on Ticketmaster, something like that, being ridiculously high. So that's tied in quite nicely with my answer. So that's what I would have, art not commerce, rather than just chasing as much money as you can, as the music industry tends to do. So thank you for that, Lisa. And just scrolling up, because James has donated £3.90. Thank you for that, James. And Russell has donated £23 and 43 pence. I was just going to scroll down for James's donation as well, because I didn't actually show that, or at least I don't think I showed that. We'll just scroll up to Russell's donation. Thank you for that, Russell. And now we're caught up, and we are going to get into the cover very soon, but Steve has donated £5. Thank you for that, Steve. And the message is rest in peace to Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhuru. I heard the English women did well in their game. Did you see it? So thank you for that, Steve. And yes, I heard this news, and yeah, I didn't really watch Star Trek. This is something that my dad was definitely a big fan of, that original TV series. I watched it maybe a bit when I was younger with him, but it wasn't something I really kind of got into. I maybe got into it, when it became that movie franchise where they redid it and, did it all kind of modern rather than... I know that there were Star Trek movies that they did kind of back in the day that were kind of feature-length movies rather than just the series that there was. But yeah, I got into it where they had... Was it J.J. Abrams or something like that was his name, the director that redid the Star Trek movies? So yeah, I kind of enjoyed those. But thank you for that, Steve. And yes, the women won on Sunday. Unbelievably, we actually won. England won the European Championships 2022, which is insane. So it's the first time that any England football team have won anything through my whole lifetime. So the last time the male England football team won was in 1966, and this is the next. So a big shout out to the women. And yeah, I was trying to make a video on Sunday, but I watched the football because I just couldn't miss it. And then it went to extra time, which meant that I was then obviously using up more time of my day. So, it was definitely worth watching. We won in extra time. And let me say this, that the women did what I think the men should have done in the men's European final, where we played Italy. I always say that we got to extra time, and I believe it was 1-1, so exactly the same score as the women had. So we got to extra time, the women made substitutions, and they won it in extra time 2-1. With the men's team, the men didn't make any substitutions, when I always say that they should have done in extra time to bring on some younger players to mix it up, especially considering the fact that Italy was such an older team and were really struggling in extra time. But we didn't do that, and we lost on penalties. Had the women not scored, it would have gone to penalties, and it was against Germany, who we always struggle to beat at penalties. So there was the evidence that the men need to learn something from the women. Going into extra time, make your substitutions, bring on the younger talent so that they can use their legs to run about more, and you can potentially win the European Cup. But the women have done it, so we don't really need to worry about the men anymore. But fantastic. And it was a bit of a weird sensation, a weird experience to actually have a football team win a tournament, because it's never happened. So amazing that it's happened in my lifetime. And hopefully maybe they can go on and win the World Cup. I do not know, but I will certainly be watching the Women's World Cup when that comes around. But the Men's World Cup is happening at the end of this year. We're already pretty much getting to the end of this year. So I think it's going to be relatively soon. September, October, November. I think it's maybe October. I'm going to have to check because time is going so quickly that I don't want to miss the start of the Men's World Cup. But yeah, the women, just amazing job. And thank you for that, Steve, for mentioning it in that donation. I am just going to... Bonnie has donated £12.34. Thank you for that, Bonnie. The message is, hi Phil, why did you decide on YouTube? Cheers. So thank you for that. And in a nutshell, for live streaming, because Facebook was going to charge me for people to see the live streams, which I didn't want to do. I wanted everybody that wanted to watch a live stream, I wanted them to be able to access it, because like I said, art not commerce. I'm not into paying putting a premium on people actually watching what I'm doing and say, right, you've got to pay this amount in order for you to even be able to see my live streams. So that was the first point, but also it's just really easy to make videos to upload to, and people were requesting videos or analysis videos. My patrons started doing that initially, so I just did them, and by default they were there on YouTube, and then a lot of people then started watching the analysis videos on YouTube. So I've always pretty much been here, but it was just the analysis videos that a lot of people then started tuning into, and therefore the live streams as well. So it's great to have your company. So thank you guys for joining in on YouTube, and thank you, Bonnie, for that donation. Right, we're going to jump into tonight's cover video. I'm going to end the poll in the live chat room and have a little look as to what is going to be the result. Let me have a look. And it is a Design for Life that won by like 0 point something of a percent, because it says 51% a Design for Life, and just got lucky 48%. Just got lucky, just missing out. So we're going to be jumping into this one. Finally, a Design for Life has won. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you guys after, and we will be getting into I think we have the pick roulette, the pictures, and yeah, so still a lot to come. Even though it's 10 to 1 here in the morning already, we will keep on pushing forward and keep things moving swiftly. Anyway, I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
Libraries gave us power, then work came and made us free. What price now for a shattered piece of dignity? Wish I had a bottle right here in my dirty face to wear the scars, to show from where I came. Don't talk about love. We only wanna get drunk, and we are not allowed to spend, as we are told that this is the end. Our design for life. Our design for life. Our design for life. Our design for life. I wish I had a bottle right here in my pretty face to wear the scars, to
And there we have it. That was my version of A Design for Life. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Thank you for requesting that over on Patreon. And it's one of those that has been requested, I think, yeah, quite regularly over the last few weeks. It's always Kevin that throws it in there to begin with, but we got there tonight and we did hear it. I think, was it Kevin who just asked whether the last note hurt or not? And when you're singing, it shouldn't really hurt. All it should be is just kind of support. If your voice is hurting or your throat's hurting, then yeah, your technique is not as it should be. But anyway, I'm trying to think of what that top note was. That's what it was. So that was a G4. So it means that actually... You can hear that I'm not really straining to hit that note, and I'm just using my head voice there, and I'm just going to check on yeah yeah, that is a G4. So yeah, with that note, again, it shouldn't hurt, but I'm singing that in chest voice. So the difference between singing it in a head voice, as I'm doing here, and going it's quite light, but when you kind of lean on your diaphragm a bit more, it means that you can put a little bit of compression into it. And I don't want to get kind of too loud for the microphone, but it means that you're going like that. I'm going to stop there, but there's still more that I could lean into that sound, but I'll probably kind of clip the microphone. But you can start to hear the difference in body of the sound, aggression as well, and the kind of personality change in the note from just going because if I did it really lightly in head voice, it wouldn't have the same effect, and it wouldn't leave you in that place of the top of the mountain. That's where you always kind of want to leave your audience, whether it be in a chorus or at the end of your song. So that's just something that I kind of threw in there. But anyway, thank you for that, Kevin. So we are going to be jumping into, I think, the pictures, but let me quickly jump into the super chat window because I can see there's been another few donations in there. Jennifer donated $5. Thank you again for that. And the message is, Phil, John Fogerty sued the Hollies for the melody to Long Cool Woman. He won the case. So thank you for that. And that refers back to the whole copyright thing with Scarborough Fair. And yeah, when you start looking at it in that kind of light, then yeah, you'd think if somebody owned the copyright to Scarborough Fair, yeah, there's no way that it would have been allowed to be claimed by somebody else. But Jennifer donated again $5. Thank you for that. The message is, Phil, would you ever write a book about your experiences with music and us wingers? So thank you for the question, and I'm not sure whether I would write a book. Maybe I try and type out one. I'm not sure. I'm not very fast at writing. I don't know whether somebody else would write it, whether you have people that do it for you, all that kind of stuff. Maybe, I'm not sure. I just can't imagine having the time to write a book. Maybe if I retire at some point, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm always going to be doing live streams like, for the foreseeable future. But yeah, it would be interesting to just write everything down in a book. But I still feel like there's so much of the journey to go, and certainly things that are happening at the moment and things that might happen in the future. So yeah, it's just going to be an interesting journey. And I mean, you guys are already with me on the journey, so you're getting to see what's happening as and when it happens. And as I always say, if you guys want to get involved, or at a deeper level, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, because that is where I am every day. But I give an update there every night. I upload the videos there every night. When I'm not doing a video, I'll do an update over on there, so you can get involved yourselves, and that's where these lovely people at the bottom of the screen reside. Quick shout out to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, because you can join in there if you want to. Vince hosts the after party after these live streams. But thank you for that, Jennifer. And the message is, oh no, I've already done Jennifer's second message. Carol then donated $10. Thank you for that, Carol. And the message with Carol's donation was, Phil, I love watching your videos and I especially love hearing you perform these covers. Do you have a favourite? So thank you for that, Carol. I'm not sure what my favourite is, if there even is one. So, I mean, you know my name. That was quite cool to do that because I really like the original song. But then I like a lot of the Dokken tracks. I've done a couple of Dokken songs, but cover songs. I really like those 2 tracks. But I mean, I like Dokken in general. I think Winger, of course, Miles Away. I'm a big Winger fan, so yeah, I'm just gonna end up. I mean, Hotel California, Eagles, Gary Moore. A lot of the covers that I do enjoy the songs. I enjoy performing them and enjoy the songs kind of full stop. So but I wouldn't say really that I have a definite favourite than all the other ones that I don't really like very much. I just enjoy doing all of them. So thank you for that, Carol. And just going to have a look over on PayPal because Kim donated £5. Thank you for that, Kim. And I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody out. And this came in after Bonnie's donation. So Kim donated £5. Thank you for that. And the message was, hi Phil, congrats on your women's football team win. You mentioned your sister before. She's pretty. Which of you is older? Love your channel. So thank you for that, Kim. And my sister will be overjoyed to hear that you think that she might be younger than me. She's older than me by 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. So that's our age difference. And I think my sister's life was going quite well, just her being by herself. And then I popped up and said, oh, hello, I'm going to take your parents' attention now. So I'm not sure how that affected the dynamic of the family because, she was, over 2 years of age and then had to deal with this, this other person getting involved. But, just over 2 years difference between us. But thank you for that, Kim. So, I'm the baby brother. And, Barbara has donated £15 and 64 pence. So thank you for that, Barbara. And the message is, this is a donation. I am sorry, Phil, I do joke around a lot, but it is just kidding. So I hope you don't mind. I am Barbara R on YouTube. So thank you for that, Barbara. I think, I'm not sure what that refers to, but there's lots of joking around on YouTube generally and during the live stream, so don't worry about it, whatever it refers to. Carla's donated £2 and 72 pence as well. Thank you for that, Carla. And that is a straight up donation. So let me get this thing off the screen telling me to put an advert in the live stream. So we are going to be jumping into the pictures. I know that we do have a couple of these, so let me get the background up on screen so we can access these pictures. First of all, I think we're going to start with Michael, and this is Michael showing off his not one but 2 Wings of Pegasus signed pics. And you can see that there's 2 pictures of some guy, but they are framed. So thank you, Michael, for uploading this one, and to Vince for linking me to this picture. And if you guys want to upload your pictures, if you do win, if you're lucky enough to win a pic roulette, then you can upload a picture of yourself with the pic, if you want to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. But we also have an update to this bromance that we have between Vince and Kevin. And here, this is actually before, I think we had Kevin who went to see Vince, but now Vince, I think, was in the approximate area from where Kevin's from, where he lives. So Vince just popped over to see Kevin, and he managed to pick himself up a Robinson's squash. And by the look of it, I think it's a bit small on my screen, but I think this looks like a black currant squash. They do have apple and black currant as well, but I think this might be the straight black currant. So thank you for uploading this one, Vince and Kevin. So there we have it. There's an update to that. I'm not sure what to call it. Maybe a saga or a drama. Yeah, I guess that's what we call it on TV, like a soap or yeah, drama, something like that. But anyway, thank you for that one, Vince, for linking me to the pictures as always during the live streams. We are going to be jumping into now the pick roulette for tonight. So let me make sure that everything is going to work. Hopefully it is. And oh, by the way, we have hit. I can see the likeometer is at 347, so we have hit the likes goal for tonight, but don't do anything yet. We have to wait until after the pick roulette to then open the entries for next week's pick roulette. So it's not open yet. Wait till after this, and I'll let you guys know. I'll say it. I always do it on screen and do a little example of how to enter. But let's jump into this Tuesday night's pick roulette, and I'll see you guys in a second. Rock. So let's get the wheel up on screen, and there it is. Right, I haven't done a top tip for tonight, so I'm having a quick look into the live chat room and nobody is sacrificing themselves, so I'm going to pick somebody, and we are going to go for Carter, who just went through there. A nice simple username, Carter. Right, let me give the wheel a spin. Oh, by the way, the darker segments here, if this is your first pick roulette, these are the t-shirts. So if we land on one of those, then we have a t-shirt roulette. But if we land on a name, we are going to land on a name tonight on the pick roulette. Somebody is going to go away with the signed wings of Pegasus pick. So let's see who is going to win tonight. Is slowing down. I'm going to try and pick out Carter's name. Let's see, and there it is. Oh, just going through. So we just missed it with Carter. We're slowing down. Could we land on a t-shirt, which we haven't done in ages? Yeah, so close. Yet so far, it looks like it's going to... I was going to say Judy, and it is Judy. I think we almost got to Chris again. I think Chris has already won. But anyway, Judy, who is a winner for tonight. Congratulations to you, Judy. You have just won yourself a signed Wings of Pegasus pick. So if you could let yourself be known to Carla in the live chat room, that would be fantastic, so that she can organise everything with you in order to get your details and get everything that she needs to send that signed Wings of Pegasus pick off to you. Commiserations to Carter and everybody else on that pick roulette wheel, but never fear, we're going to be doing another pick roulette on Saturday, but also next Tuesday. So tune in for both of the live streams to double your chances of winning, as I always say. So let's get everything back to normal on screen, and I can see a lot of people saying congratulations to Judy P, and let me now show you what you need to type in order to get your name on next week's pick roulette, because we are going to be having one. So let me just take that back and make sure that I type. I've been struggling typing tonight, as Carla is well aware of. I was trying to type a message to her earlier and misspelling things, but yeah, at Carla Murray, you need to tag Carla's name and type I agree exclamation mark with, I mean, that's an optional exclamation mark. And if you want to join in for the Moises app wheel to get a year's subscription for the Moises app, then just put app at the end of your comment. I'm going to do an example of what that should look like in the live chat room. So yeah, I'm giving out the Moises app 1 year subscriptions. So, you get to use the app for a year, obviously without paying for it. So that is something that's going to be happening on Saturday. And if you are entering into the Moises app wheel, please make sure that you've set up an account already. So you've already registered an email with the app, so that when Raphael, who is at Moises, goes to make you into a premium member, that you're actually in the list to do that. Because if you don't have an email addressed address already registered, then he can't make you a premium member. So please make sure you've done that if you're going to be on that Moises app wheel. Anyway, let's... Oh, and Carla says, do not go for the app if you do not want it. So, yeah, if you don't want to use the app yourself, then, yeah, it's probably best, because it's getting quite complicated with the emails, because if you want to pass it to somebody else, then you're relying on somebody else giving you their email, and then I've got to give it to Raphael. So I just want to make his job a little bit easier. So make sure that it's just for you if you're going to use the Moises app, and you can get that email to me and to Carla, you know, as soon as possible when you win, if you do win. Anyway, so yeah, copy everybody in that live chat room. If this is your first live stream, hello. As I always say, introduce yourself to that live chat room, but just copy what everybody else is doing to get your name on next week's Pick Roulette, because we are going to be having one. Right, it's 11 minutes past 1 here in the morning, so we are going to be calling things to a close to the live stream really soon. Just looking into that super chat window, because Paul donated $2 again. Thank you for that, Paul. The message is, a new group, Hair Talk, will be added to Guffest. So thank you for that, Paul. Seems like Paul is coming up with a lot of extra band names for Guffest. I'm not sure whether there's going to be some kind of monitoring of these bands and whether they actually make the cut. Because, you know, Stardust Unicorn, I'd say, is a pretty good band name. Usual Suspect is pretty good. Maybe Usual Suspects. I mean, that's probably a band name somewhere anyway, because it's quite a good one. Hair Talk, yeah, I'm not sure whether that makes it or not. We're going to have some kind of vote in the future for Guffest bands and whether they make it onto the stage and onto... Maybe we did have different stages like Guffest, so we can have one in front of the toilets. We can have one in the other corner of the same room. And then, yeah, 3 stages in different corners of the room. Anyway, I mean, if I was to have a Guffest, I would make it a proper festival. So we actually had an outside venue, or at least a venue that was outside, so that it was like a real festival. But anyway, thank you for that, Paul. We are going to be jumping into 12 minutes. I'm just trying to think of how much time we've got left. We will jump into, I think, a riff of the week. We're going to do that. I think that was requested over on Patreon anyway. There's usually a riff of the week that somebody does request. And just scrolling down, and yeah, Teresa asked for a riff of the week, just having a quick look over there. So that'll do. We'll have a riff of the week, and I have to make sure that I get rid of the PayPal donations window, because I need to go into my inbox. There we are, to find the update email that Laura sends to me, so that we can at least listen to a riff that we haven't already listened to, you know, within the last few live streams. But I think maybe the last live stream or a couple of live streams we haven't had any riffs. So anyway, people already know how this goes. So give me a number between 1 and 100, and I'm going to have a drink of water. And this is my conscious attempt to try and drink more water, because it's so warm here in the UK. I'm not upping my water intake, even though it's a lot warmer. So this is my conscious effort to drink more water. So I'm going to drink some water now, just while I have a look at some of these numbers. And this is another thing that I don't know whether... Actually, I think I do. Drink really slowly, because when I take a drink of water, I have to swallow it in like 3 gulps. And I know that some people can just drink really quickly, especially with drinking games, where they kind of drink a pint of alcohol or a pint of whatever it is, and they can do it in like 5 seconds or something. It takes me about a minute, or probably even longer than that, to drink a pint's worth of something, because I can't swallow very quickly. I don't know what that is. I don't know. But I don't know whether that's a normal thing that everybody, if you kind of fill your mouth with water, how many gulps it takes to swallow. I don't know. But yeah, I was just a bit conscious that, yeah, when I took some water there, It took me ages to swallow, but it gave me more time to look at the numbers. But we are going to have, let's have a little look at, 77. I think that seems like a popular number, and it is. We've already had 77. So 75 we haven't had, and that is I can't see what that is, FLM22. Something like that. So 75, let's have a go at that one for tonight. So I'm going to type in riff of the week. What was it I just said? 75. Enter. Okay, let's click on that. And this is where I have to be quick with my pause in order to stop the video from playing. And yeah, when I say pause, I'm not talking about, being like a cat. Right, I can see that it's a beginner one. So this is going to be an easy riff, theoretically, for you guys to spot. So let me get this on screen so you guys can see it as well. There it is. Right, there it is. Everybody have a listen to this, and I'm not sure whether my sound is going to work, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to hear this riff when it comes through. But yeah, have a listen to this. It's going to be an easy one, I think, so you're going to have to be quick on the buzzers. Let's have a listen. And there we have it. And by the way, the bit at the end was just me messing around. That's not part of the riff. Right. And I'm just having a little look because I'm sure everybody hears the first actual word that comes in. And let me have a look. Carla's just going through saying money. And I think you can't help but hear that as soon as Kevin says free bird with some rock horns. So yeah, just money is the first. Well, I hear that in my head as soon as you hear that riff. I'm just going to scroll up to see if I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Carla that said first. So congratulations to Carla, and then Rocker Girl who said money as well, and yeah. Lisa said money, and we have, yes, the FLM22 said money. So thank you for giving us that number. I think, yeah, it was, who said 75, and Carol as well, Laurie, Bill, Alison, Sherry's, Laurelie, Terry as well. So yeah, lots of names going through there. Tom, and Lone Eagle, who have said the correct song. So thank you for that. And let me remove this from the screen so you can actually see what's going on. So that was the riff of the week for tonight. And thank you guys. I'm just checking that we are up to date with everything, which I think we are. I just want to make sure over on PayPal, because I'm now in the inbox of my email, the Wings of Pegasus email, and not the PayPal folder that I set up on there, but I think we are up to date over there. So thank you guys for, hitting that thumbs up, watching this live stream in the first place, but getting us to that Pick Roulette likes goal. We will be having one of those next week. If you're watching this on catch up, hello, you can still hit that thumbs up. It really does help this live stream to get out there a little bit more, and for the channel to grow on the whole, because we are at 267,000 subscribers at the moment, which is a fantastic number. It is huge, but we'll keep on pushing forward and see where we end up. Right, we're going to have another video coming out tomorrow night, as always. Another video Friday night, and then we'll be live streaming again on Saturday night. So tune in then again, 12 midnight British summertime. Type that into Google, or just type in what is the time in London, England, and you will get the correct time so that you can work it out to be here live on Saturday. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. Huge shout out to the moderators for doing such a fantastic job. And thank you guys over on Patreon, as always, for all of your support. And that goes for you guys that do pop up here over from Patreon, but you pop up during the live streams, and all of your support throughout the live streams. Just watching is great, but you know, the donations are fantastic as well. So thank you guys for those. As I always say, you don't have to donate, but they are massively appreciated. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and hopefully I'll see you live. I'll be there on Saturday night, but hopefully you will be able to join me. And have a great rest of the week. Try and stay as sane and safe as possible. And I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!